I'm back with these weird ass and bizarre story times that I never thought I would come back with. So the title says it all. There was this guy at that one place that my dad used to take me to, and I made a couple of story times about it so you can check those out. But this guy hooked up with his own mother, and you're probably asking why. Well, I'll tell you that soon. Before we get into this video, today is my birthday. Just wanted to remind y'all in case you forgot. So let's begin the story. So this story time goes way back years ago when I was a minor. And let me tell you, this happened before all that other stuff that I talked about in previous stories happened. So I was just in the art room just drawing, doing my own thing, and that one guy Jim from my other story time was there. So it was just a normal day. That is until someone walks into the room, and I'm going to give this guy a name. I'm going to call him Jonathan. So this Jonathan guy comes over to the table and sits next to me and Jim, and he says, "Hello." And we're just like, hi, who are you? And he tells me his name, and me and Jim were just like, why is this guy that we never met is talking to us? Because we don't know who he is, but I started thinking he wanted to make some new friends. So I just let it go, so did Jim. 30 minutes go by, and we're still talking to Jonathan, and then we come to the part where he mentions about dating someone. So he says, hey, do any of y'all have girlfriends? And me and Jim say no, and then Jonathan responds with, aw man, that's a bummer. I wish I was single, but I'm not. And Jim decides to be curious and ask him, when who is the girl you're dating? Like he was that curious because he wanted to see if this girl was pretty or something. That's how he is. And Jonathan is like, nah, I don't want to share. You'll think it's weird. And I was super confused. It's just him telling us about his girlfriend. Why would he think that we would think it's weird? So I say to him, no, it's just your girlfriend. What's so weird about it? And then he says, well, it's not who you think, which I got confused at that as well. And then he finally says, well, it's my mom. Me and her got together. And we all just went silent the minute he said that. Seconds later, we started laughing because we all thought he was joking. But then me and Jim saw Jonathan not laughing. Once we saw that, we were all shocked that he was not joking. So I say to him, wait, you were serious? And he says, yeah, I'm serious. And I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. This guy literally hooked up with his own mother, which is very weird and disgusting at the same time. So I say to him, why are you dating your own mother, bro? That's kind of weird. And then he gets all offended by what I said and responds back with, oh, shut the fuck up. You're just trying to make me feel bad. And Jim was like, that's not what he was doing. He was saying that how bad it is to date your own parents, bro. And Jonathan says, well, have you ever thought of your own mother as your only girlfriend since you can't get dates? And Jim says, no, dude, that's just weird. Jonathan was clearly not listening to me and what Jim was saying. The fact that this dude was dating his own mother and he thinks it's not weird as well makes you wonder about him. But that's not all he said. What he said next really made us creeped out. So after going back and forth with this guy for like an hour, I asked him, so what else did you and your mother do? Which I probably shouldn't have asked him at all, because then he says, well, let's just say that she's good in bed. And the minute he said that it didn't click into my head at first at what he meant. But then I saw Jim make a disgusted face, which that makes me realize what he meant. This motherfucker literally got intimate with his own mother just by how he said good in bed. And I'm just like, this can't be real. I have to be dreaming. But I wasn't dreaming. This was actually happening. I was not in a nightmare. So yeah, this was really happening. Like, I was not expecting for something like this, nor did I even want to hear it. But I guess hearing about something so weird like this guy dating his own mother had to be one of them. Like, this day had to get me something like that to hear about. Now, after an hour goes by, it was finally time to go home. Jonathan gets up from his chair and goes out to where he walks over to this middle-aged woman, which he later called her mother. And no joke, they started kissing and making out! And me and Jim just looked at each other like, what the actual fuck are we witnessing? I'm surprised no one even noticed what these two were doing since nobody even bothered to look. But after these two did that, they just left. And since that day, I never seen Jonathan again. I don't know if him and his mother moved away to somewhere or if something happened to them. It was just strange how they just ended up disappearing like that. I seen and hear the craziest stuff at that youth center that my dad took me to years ago, and I could tell you these encounters were something that a child should never have seen or heard about. And I didn't even tell my family about any of this stuff because it's not something you want to share with your family, otherwise, it'll just cause too much problems, and I don't want that. And still, I have not told them to this day. So that's it for this story time, and the moral of this is please don't date your own mother nor any of your family members. If you can't get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, don't do what John did, because that was just wrong, disturbing, and weird. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.